Hey, y'all. Grown Ass Women Shit is back. And we're doing our summer of favorites for you. This week is my turn.
Yes.
Sonia had her turn 2 weeks in a row. God damn it, it's my turn. I want,
exactly.
How you doing? I'm jumping in. Like double dutching this motherfucker. I'm jumping in. So
right.
we gonna start mine. We start mine. What you got, Sonia?
So this is Pastel's favorite relationship episode, and so we're gonna find out. So what episode did you pick, ma'am? Because you got all unconventional and shit.
Right. I just wanted to shake some shit up real quick.
Of course.
So we're talking about relationships this week, and I was like, damn. I was going through the relationship. I was like, I like that one we had with the daddies. So I said, that is a good one because we were talking about cuffing season. It was winter then, and now it's summer. Girl. So y'all gonna find out what season it is when y'all watch that one. Exactly. The men break the shit down, okay? So y'all don't want to miss. Hide your kids, though, because it gets serious in here. So we'll see y'all. Enjoy. Drop your comments.
Yes.
Remember, this is a replay. We'll be popping in and out. Love y'all. Sonia, you have anything else to add?
Yes, don't forget that none of the dates apply. So, and next week, we'll be seeing Pastel's favorite money show. So, we can't wait for that one. Okay?
I get 2 weeks, y'all. I get 2 weeks.
So, but we are right here. We're going to be in the chat. Like Pastel said, dropping in and go ahead and check out the show.
See y'all.
Fresh out the oven, straight to the bank. Ben's Hager smelling like bank. Seats, somebody died on them. Kitty looking like somebody cried on it. Ooh, what you looking at? What you looking at? Body like cinnamon roll. Icing on the top, if you got it, let's go.
Hey. Yeah, I like that.
Yes, that's our sexy ass intro. What?
Like that.
Yes.
That's right.
We are back. Did you miss us?
Did you
miss y'all?
Of course they missed us.
I know they missed
us. Of course they missed us.
I had people text me like, what the fuck going on? How y'all
doing? When you own your own, you can do what you want.
Exactly.
Right.
That's it.
Everybody, where you hoes at? What is happening?
Yeah, so welcome to Grown Ass Women Shit. Again. Where we normalize conversation about sex, money, relationships, and self-care. Yes. I am Pastor Mommionaire coming to you live from Washington, D.C. And today we are talking about cuffing season. Clink. Y'all ready? We got the sexiness. We got the testosterone. We got the lusciousness all in the house, baby. Y'all gonna be licking your screen. I'm just saying. Don't lick your screen. I might do it for you. So anyway.
Received.
Licking the screen.
About to move a little closer.
We are gonna be talking shit, dropping shit, and handling shit for sure. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Sonia, the sensuous certified sexologist.
Yes. Serving sensuality, serving sex on a platter. What? Hello, it's time for it to, we're going to turn it up a notch. And I cannot wait till next week. So I'm going to tell you what next week's topic is going to be because y'all know it's my week. But yes, I am Sonia, the certified sensuous sexologist, making sure that we, as grown-ass women, we got it on and popping in the bedroom. Just as a reminder, every Wednesday we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern for No Bra Wednesday. And yes, the girls are loose. But we let our girl let the titties loose and say it with our breasts because, we got to unleash all this energy. Let me tell you, wearing them bras and keeping your shit pent up. Don't nobody like that. The men don't like it. we don't like it. You know, your great aunt might not like it, but I mean, everybody else, she might want you to be pent up. But it's time to, you know, relax these laws a little bit, let these girls loose. So as Pasha said, we have the men in the house to talk to us about cuffing season and getting your ass ready because it's about to get cold. Also, so next,
wait a minute.
what happened?
Yep, you
what
on
happened?
that fucking up.
Is it playing? Are you here? Do you have your volume up? Is your volume up?
Why y'all blaming on me? What the fuck I do?
Because the green light went on. The green light told it. The green light told it.
What green light? Let me mute my shit.
You don't even know.
Let me mute my shit. I know, that's right. Okay, so yes, we're talking to the men today for cuffing season. Next Wednesday on the 13th, the subject is going to be, can I get an O, please? What? We're going to be talking about ways to improve the quality and quantity of the orgasms in your life. It's very necessary information. So just ask, you know, can I get an O, please? Yes. On the 20th, we'll be talking about your post-COVID style, because I know some of y'all about to be out here in these streets and you can't be doing the same bullshit that you do. Oh no, this is coming from somewhere else. I hear feedback. Does anybody have this show playing? No?
Nope.
No? Okay, who are you pointing at? Oh, who you?
Aubrey.
Pointing at you, it's you.
It's not me. I don't have a show on.
You're the only one talking.
I'm talking, but I don't have the actual. No, there's feedback coming from somewhere.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
We gonna figure out the
culprit. Kick me off the show.
I'm here.
Okay, so we're gonna be getting y'all ready on the 20th for your post-COVID style, because I know some of y'all is like, you know, venturing out now that you had your vaccines and your whatever, but we can't be out here in the streets the way you was in front of that in front of your Zoom. So you can't be badass from the waist up. You now got to get your shit back together, be out here in these streets. And then on the 27th, we'll be talking about money moves with Paz. She's gonna be talking about stock market and whether it's for you or not. So we're gonna be talking about investing. So also, you do not want to miss the next time we go live. Make sure that you check out our link tree. It is pinned in the group. Also, join our WhatsApp group where we drop the live link so that you don't miss the show. Also, our Facebook page, I dropped the link. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok so that you have more sexy grown-ass fabulousness. Oh, and invite all your friends to the page, to the group. So we have, oh my goodness, the fellas in the house. So we'll give them an opportunity to introduce themselves and tell us what they about. Some are revisiting. We got one newbie in the house. Actually, let's start out with our newbie. Introduce yourself, Mr. Aubrey Hector, and tell us who you are, what you got going on, and welcome to the living room.
I appreciate it. I thank you for the invite. Glad to be here tonight with all y'all, fellas, ladies. I'm Aubrey, down here in Richmond, VA, by way of Boston, Mass.
Yes.
That's right, Patriots. and everything Boston.
Pointed at it. Yeah, pointed at it.
That's right. Yes, I've been down here in VA about 23 years after I got out the Army. So this is home now, but you know, Boston's always going to be home. This is my second home. You know, got down here, raised my daughter from age 6 on. She's 32 now. Work for a credit repair agency, Cure My Credit Score LLC. Go check it out.
Shout out. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. A little shout out right there. www.curemycredit700.com. Check it out. All right. I can be found on Facebook under Aubrey Hector and under Instagram, Egg Dog, AIKDOGG. The nickname Akey has a story all by itself, maybe a whole separate meeting. Yeah.
Got it. We
might come up tonight. Who knows?
I'm saying we might hear about it tonight. As
you can't bring the shit to the show and don't say what it is.
Hence why I brought it. There we go.
I'm writing it down in the book now.
Got it. We will be chatting about it. So thank you, Aubrey. Mr. Jarmar Saunders.
Hello.
Welcome back to the living room.
Truly a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
I'm honored. I am just a good friend of one of these amazing ass women, and I'm fortunate enough to be invited to give what knowledge I have. In the DMV, I've been here all my life. I'm really ready to get the hell out, honestly. I
I
need
know
to
that's
get
right.
place where it stays warm because I don't want no parts of this cold weather that's finna come. If I'm gonna promote anything, I guess I can promote the business. I manage a labor and employment law firm with my lovely wife. It's the O'Neill Firm. That's ONEALFIRM.com. Check us out if you have any issues with labor and employment law. Other than that, I'm just here to have a good time and enjoy this wonderful energy via Zoom.
Talk about this cup. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So, Mr. DJ Demp, if you want to.
Our regular.
Yes, what I right.
I'm back to talk some shit. Yeah, so my name is DJ Demp. I'm a member of the Ghost Town DJs. We made that song record, My Boo, in 96. I also have a few businesses. I have a honey business called Honey Demp. I have a COVID testing business. I'm a co-owner of Demp House, which is a sober living house, which is a transitional home. We try to help people with their sobriety to, long in their sobriety. And I'm a DJ as well. And I also manage a club. I just do a bunch of different stuff. As long as the outcome is income, that's what I'm about.
I know that's right. As long as the outcome is income.
So, he quoted me, y'all. He didn't make that up.
Yes.
He quoted me.
That ain't true. Don't be trying to steal my shit.
I'm Devo on your shit. Call me Devo.
Right, and also Dip, one of his main positions is being my brother. So that is my kin over there. So glad to have you back in the room. What'd you say?
That's blood. I said that's blood.
That's blood. That's my baby right there. And then also Mr. Raymond Butler with Arguing Brothers podcast. Which they actually had us on the podcast. So thank you very much. And yes, tell us more about what y'all got going on.
So as the lady said, first I want to give y'all, this is a dope platform you ladies have. I'm truly honored to be back on again. Raymond is my real name. All my friends call me Peanut. I'm from New Orleans, but I live in the Maryland area of Grambling State University.
HBCU.
Pride all day long. I'm 1/4 host of the Aubrey Brothers podcast, the best sports podcast, real authentic. Definitely go check us out, AubreyBrothers.com. The IG handle is right there in my name. Entrepreneur. I mentor people making money from home through a home-based business called ACN. Been doing that like 8.5 years now. Real estate investment. So just doing a little bit of everything. I love what Demp said about the outcome deals with income. We all about it, but
I know that's right.
Yeah, man. Just an entrepreneur by spirit, man, and just riding the wave of this, just making money when you can, man. Controlling what you can control.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we are in the room to talk about cuffing season. However, we're gonna talk about whatever the fuck comes up during the show. So because really, we just know having such brilliant, powerful energy in the space, there's going to be some powerful stuff that comes up. I wanted to go over the definition of what cuffing is, and then I'm going to turn it over to Paz so that we can get this conversation going. It says that, so according to Merriam-Webster, cuffing season is the time of year when the weather starts to turn cold and single people begin the active search for romantic partners in the hopes of having someone with whom to ride out the colder, snowier, bleaker months. So this is where you actually lock down somebody because it's about to be cold out here, and you need some body heat. Ain't nobody trying to Netflix and chill by your damn self.
So it's getting cold in DC, Florida. Y'all maybe y'all don't know anything about this, huh? Yeah. Is it cuffing season?
We're gonna get our cold right now. We're still in the warm season, still hot in the daytime. It might be a little mild at night, but I can still go outside right now. I'm a short sleeve and not have a problem.
Yeah, Florida is all right for me.
Yeah.
Let me go over this article I posted earlier this week. It is BLK's official guide for cuffing season. So you have scouting season, which is the month of August, where you scouting out potentials. Aubrey, I muted you because you had some background. Turn down your computer or whatever that is. September, that's drafting season. So that's where you pick your top candidates right there. So
right.
Line them up, pick your candidates. Then you have tryouts in October. So it's trial season right now. So you go on dates with your top candidates, right? And then preseason is the month of November. So that's when you start getting more serious. It's getting a little colder, right? Right around Thanksgiving. And you narrow it down to your top 2 trial people, right? Then January is cuffing season.
Actually, December. It's December through January 15th. They didn't have the whole.
December,
it's December 1st.
December 1st through January 15th. You pick your best match,
yeah.
And you become exclusive for the holiday. And then playoffs is January 16th through February 12th. You see, it's February 12th. They didn't say February 14th, right? You survive the holidays and consider long-term potential. And the championship game is Black Love Day. In case y'all don't know, that's February 13th, not the 14th. That's the championship game where you offer boyfriend, girlfriend status and celebrate your Valentine's Day.
Or you get cut. So they don't have to come out of pocket for no damn Valentine's Day gift. That's what happens. Like, well, I was meaning to tell you.
So here's the question, fellas. Have you all, now that you know the meaning of cuffing season, have you all, well, the ones who are, I'm gonna start with Demp because he's not married. Demp, do you participate in cuffing season? I don't want to put your business out there.
I don't participate in cuffing season for multiple reasons actually. So
okay,
I'm not really looking for nothing right now. I'm not trying to lead. I'm not trying to lead nobody on. So I'm not promising nobody nothing. I'm not sending out the L word to nobody. I don't play them games. We could kick it, but I'm not trying to do no. I'm not into that. Like I said, I'm not leading nobody on. So when you come over here, I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm into that. Let's do some long term, make it to Valentine's Day. But at the same time, if we kicking it, then yeah, cool. We can celebrate, but I'm not going, I'm more focused on my business right now. Kudos to the guys that are married. Kudos to the guys that are engaged and already cuffed up. But my mindset is right now is focused on the longevity of my career. So that's what, so I don't have time for no drama of nobody acting up.
Got it. Okay. So
you don't want no love.
That was real political, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I know Peanut had cuffing season back in the day. We
right.
Yeah. How did that go down for you, Peanut?
I mean, you had to, especially when I moved into DMV, bro, it was like on and popping. I was trying to be out. I was like, it was whatever, right? So when I went to Graham, I had people that was from DC. It's like, man, you need to go to DC Live. You need to go here, go there. So when I moved here, I was in them streets, bro. It didn't matter if I was rocking solo. It didn't even matter. But when it got cold, coming from New Orleans, I was like, shit, man, I need to stay in the house. So you get your little boo or two,
Or three, right.
You got to have variety, right? Like you can't just have one boo doing cuffing season. You got to have the fat one, right? You need a little cushion for the pushing. Right,
okay. So we'll say fluffy. We say fluffy. We call it fluffy. We don't say fat. We say fluffy. I'm a little fluffy.
Extra cushion.
Yes.
But nah, man. It was that cold time because you ain't in the streets like that. You ain't really running around like that. You need somebody to boo up with for real. Now, once it would get hot, man, cookouts and clubbing here, man, it's over. Travel, it's just how you just show it. But if you got a real one, they understand.
Right. Well, yeah, I was going to say, I think cuffing is not necessarily, it doesn't mean that I'm turning this into a relationship. It's like you my go-to. Like
No,
we
that's true,
clear
but
that you to go to, especially during COVID, because
that's true. I got, like I said, I got some friends. I'm not tripping. I got some friends. If I can make a phone call, but I was just going by what Paz was saying. When you start going all the way to February 14th, I'm not leading nobody on to feeling like they about to be exclusive and this is what it is. I'm not trying to lead nobody onto that. I'm not promising nobody nothing. But I definitely understand you need somebody to. But I'm also an introvert, so I really don't even care. A lot of times I'm home, and if I'm dealing with my business, I don't care about no company. But I'm a different breed, though. You feel what I'm saying? So it don't bother me.
Nigga, you got needs. You got needs. Come on now, stop it.
I do have needs. Every male has needs. I'm not saying that. I don't want you to misconstrue my words. I'm not saying that. If I need some head, I can make a phone call.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. If I need some head, I can make a phone call. But at the same time, sex doesn't drive me. You feel what I'm saying? Because most of the time I'm over here dealing with getting money. That's my life. That's any chick that deal with me will tell you that.
Got it. Okay. Well, we hear you. All right. So we're going to turn over to our Casanovas in the house because I know these two players over here. When cuffing, when you participated in cuffing, what was that like for you? Yeah. So either one, Jarmar, Aubrey, weigh in.
Hey, I'm going to take this one here first.
Okay. All right.
It was an actual looking forward to type thing. I was looking forward to, but it wasn't. I didn't limit it to those months. Pause. It wasn't for me. It wasn't about those months. It was definitely cuffing season.
You're from Boston. You had to have a cuffing season. It's cold as shit.
It's cold. That's when you gotta like really you lock down. You get focused.
So true. But I didn't want to be with anybody during the holidays either, though, because that would entitle them to, or entitle me, or make them feel entitled. How about that? For me to buy them a gift for Christmas, and then certainly not. We're not even getting close to Valentine's Day. Like, we're not even doing that. But what used to happen was the girls knew their spot. I was honest. I was a little like my man DJ. I was a different breed. I was honest about it. So there was no games. They knew that they weren't the only one. And I wanted them to know that. So, and I'd want you to ride with me through a certain amount until it didn't have really a date, because if we vibe, we vibe. So I wasn't trying to cut you off, but you also knew where I stood. So nothing was expected. I'm not buying you a gift so you can expect another. And that's really, really how I was. I didn't want to set expectations, and I didn't want to go over a limit where the L word starts to float around, because I don't want to lead you on. And
we got some serious
feeling a certain way, catching feelings. So I'd have the conversation in the beginning. Like, listen, what we're gonna do, we enjoy each other's company. The sex is awesome. I like you. You look good. You can hang out. There was sporting status and chill status. I had that. And then it was M&M, marriage material. So sports status, we could be out the house, in the mall, at the movies. You sports status. Chill status, that was those, 4 to 7s. All right? Because we all had them too.
4 to 7.
Right.
Rating. Like you might have been a 4, 5, 6.
Oh, he did not break down. Call us somebody.
Yes. So those are straight up. Those are straight up chill status. You can come over,
nickel,
and I can come over your house. We can't walk the mall. We can't be at the movies.
That sounds like that brown bag stuff.
That's straight duck off.
Right. Now listen up, ladies.
Y'all better listen.
Y'all listen.
I was dead serious. I was so serious. But what I found is I wanted them to understand where I was coming from, and also know that they can be with others too. And so I actually used to want, like, if I'm in the club and I see you with another dude, I liked that, because that means you're not moving over and you're not all on me, and your feelings aren't growing. So if I seen you out there, we make eye contact, yo, what's up? And we might get together later that night or the night after. Okay. But I like to see you out there, you moving on. So don't get out, and she's not tripping that I'm with somebody else either. And I like that. I'm like, yeah, you're here. But a lot of dudes couldn't take that. A lot of girls couldn't take that, even though that conversation was had up front. That ego steps in the way, like, yo, I thought you was with me. But dude, you just had a conversation with her like that you're with other girls and she could be with other dudes, but they're not ready for that. But it's having a conversation and own it, like be real with it, for real.
All right.
Right. Yeah. Where were y'all for our unconventional relationship conversation? Cause I think what were you about to say, Pa?
Yeah, unconventional should be equivalent to honest.
Which is sound like that's what we're talking about, right?
Because I mean, the traditional shit is some bullshit. I mean, people think they're in a you talk about monogamy and all that. Most people ain't monogamous. I mean, just be honest.
That's because they ain't trying to fuck up nothing. Like most men don't have it in them to not lie because they don't want to cut the circuit off. You feel what I'm saying? They feel like if they tell the truth, she gonna leave. Right. So the reason why they lie, the reason why they say all these things is because they want to try to keep that exclusive for themselves. When if you keep it real up front and a female knows what she's dealing with, if she rock with you, she gonna rock with you.
Right.
Because some chicks don't care. Some chicks don't care.
Yeah, right. Let them make their choice.
Give them a choice.
Right. Let them make their choice.
When you get into lying and you take away my choice, we got a problem. You don't know what I'm gonna rock with until you ask me. You know what I'm saying? And I might be down.
You have to take it a step further. I think the line is a result of fear. People are afraid, like he said, he don't want the shorty to step out with somebody else. So, we always put labels on each one. Like you can give it a number system, or you can give it a label. If you got the 4 to 7, you're not trying to really. It's good, but you ain't trying to lock it down. But if you got the 8 to 10, now you want to give it a different label. Now you might feel a little differently if you see him in the club.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that a lot of this
talk about it
and control, right? So my situation, I've been in committed relationships for 25 years. But my relationships have some flexibility, and as long as I'm open and honest with my significant other, I can get something, to be warm, a little cushion in the wintertime. And I another thing, the different type of cats, right? I like giving gifts. I do. I love giving gifts. I buy stuff. I'm thinking about Christmas long in advance. I'm thinking about birthdays long in advance. I get shit on sale. That shit's stored away in the closet. You never know. And I whip something out. I like to see that smile. So I never ran from the holidays. I love being booed up on holidays. It wasn't, an issue to have company with that as well. So I'm definitely not traditional. So it wasn't limited to just having one friend. You understand? And that's the
everybody different. See, you're a different breed too, but it's good. But see, it's guys like you, right? And I'm not saying guys like you in a bad way, but I'm just saying this right here because the type of guy you are, when the female meets you, they get used to that, right? So then they meet somebody else that ain't used to giving gifts, and they feel like he on some fuck shit.
He spoiled them.
Right.
You ruined it for everybody else.
Hey, look, you found a way to try and make it a bad thing, see? But...
No. I like it because I'm a person who like giving gifts too, but I don't like a person that expect it.
Oh.
I don't want nobody expecting it because they feel like that's what somebody else did. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm a very caring type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I do. But that's another reason why they throw the L word around too, because of my demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always treat with respect. I'm going to court, but not to the point where it's daily. I had a problem with a female saying she needed me to court daily, and I couldn't keep up with that shit. But I'm still the same. Open the door, pull a chair out. I have 3 sisters, so I have to learn to treat a woman in a certain respect. You feel what I'm saying? Because my whole family is number women. I'm the only male.
Oh, wow.
So I have a different outlook on women. But I haven't gone shopping for Christmas yet. Nah.
It's easy with Amazon,
man.
I might need to try that.
Right.
And I shied away from it because when I did early on, it made them feel a different way, a way that I wasn't ready for them to feel it, or maybe they weren't even ready for them to feel themselves, really. But they felt a certain way because I give a gift, and I would give a gift for them because I was paying attention. I know what they like. I know what they wanted. So they would be geared around that. Now she feels special, which is okay. But still, let's not lose focus as to what we actually are doing.
That's the part.
See, like, look, you can feel special, but don't lose focus. I want you not to get caught up. And I understand what you're talking about, Aubrey, because, I mean, from a woman's standpoint, that was always my challenge with people being like, okay, wait a minute, stop stalking, stop getting attached. It's like, so you almost got to be like, how much do I dole out to you so that you can actually manage what's coming, what you got? Because if I give you too much, you're going to fall hard, and then you're going to be mad at me when you don't really get what you want.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Let me reset the room real quick as we move on. Hello, everybody. You're welcome to Grown Ass Women Shit. We are with Ask Your Daddy. We got 4 daddies on the stage. Yeah. And we are talking about cuffing season tonight. So I just wanted to reset the room and let y'all know what we're talking about. So go ahead, Sonia, with your thoughts.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying, so I understand completely. It's almost like when you can do that for somebody who can manage receiving and not getting attached. But when you have folks out here that don't, they're not used to this treatment, and they're gonna fall hard. And then next thing you know, this nigga outside your window in your bedroom knocking on the window. It's like, damn, I done fucked up.
In there.
Gave him too much, and now he is like in love, and I ain't there.
And it's a good assumption. It's a regular assumption to assume that it's the dudes out looking for something to boo up with because it's getting cold. But
right.
There's ladies out here who are just as particular, or just as cool with the one night stands or the random or whatever. And so they could be like, you know what, I need to get my deck built before it gets cold, or I need to get some tile put in my bathroom, and they looking for the handyman to bun up until they get that project done. So you can't just point at the dudes.
Don't tell what I do, Jarmar. Don't tell what I used to do.
Oh,
she said you put
your project done.
She said you put her business out on the street.
You put my business out back in the day. The electrician, handyman, plumber, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jarmar.
No. I mean, look, you just validate what I'm saying, and it's
so
okay.
How do you all feel about that? What, a woman who is doing the same thing, she's scouting, she's interviewing for cuffing season, and if she comes to you and say, hey, I'm looking for my star player, but you can play the background, you can be 1, 2, 3, or 4. If a woman came to you, is it looked differently upon than of course a man doing it?
Not for me.
Well, for Jarmar,
you're a different kind of dude.
Right, you're a different kind of dude.
Jarmar made a good point though, because that's the answer to your question, Paz. As I said, I liked that, but you are certainly right, Jarmar. When she's that 10, and I'm like, well, this is my sports status 1 right here. She could actually move to Eminem. She could be that marriage material. And I'm out here, doing my thing and keeping it clear, keeping it real. Then I see her, and especially if I believe that cat physical appearance is better than mine, I'm probably feeling a certain way, and I have. Then I had to check myself. I'm like, really, what am I asking them? Like, for real? I mean, am I uncomfortable with myself? So I had a long conversation with myself because that happened. Ego stepped in. I'm looking. I'm like, but I try to play it cool. Like, what's good? Hey, what's good, cuz? All that. But soon as I get home, I'm like, yo, you good? You want to hook up? That tight. Am I gonna lose her? That tight. We gonna get. She gonna be off the rotation. But you're right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't has come up, and I had to check myself. And all right, take a step back. Nah, you good. You good. But yeah, it happened. It happened. It happened for real.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like when you have the Eminem marriage material. When you marriage material, you hooking up with 4 to 7. It's not 4 to 7.
Marriage material is 8 to 10.
8 to right. And if your marriage material, you hooking up with what's the lower range?
That chill status. That's them 4 to 7.
4 to 7.
You get that 7 and 8 range in there. That's that sports status.
So when you were when you were Eminem
Nice.
and you hooking up with a 4-7, the 4-7 is gonna get attached. It's like, what the fuck? I have lucked up. And then as an Eminem, you like, bitch, you not even know. I'm just chilling with you. I'm chilling. It's not real for me.
So how would a woman? Oh, go ahead, Jarmar.
No, ladies first.
I want to know, how would a woman know she's a 4 to a 7? What would you tell her that?
She knows.
Or what? No,
Yeah,
She know because we're not going to the mall. We're not going to the movies.
Yeah.
We are straight. She's straight chill status. You chilling at my house. I'm at yours. Do you want to go? Nah. Can we go? Nah. I bought tickets for. Nah.
Every time you hook up, he's either at her house or my house. And I ain't coming to go walk you. I let you out the door. You go walk by yourself. That's how you know.
Oh my God!
Really, that's like real stuff.
That's how I used to call that, man. She's straight duck. Man, that's a layup, man. It's easy.
A layup.
Yeah, that's a layup, man.
What were you saying, Jarmar?
These sound like booger bears y'all dealing with. It don't sound like no 4.
I'm saying a four, man, bro.
I mean, that's a huge. That's
Yeah,
a
4-7 is a huge. Yeah, that's a huge
I think
range.
we
though.
need
If
to
she a
go
4,
like-
she poo, dog.
Huh?
If she a 4, she poo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But, I mean,
Bad, dog. Like,
Oh my
from 4
God,
to
you
7,
guys.
that's a huge difference. You're not walking a 7 to the car.
Nah, and she no. I walk a 7 because 7, you can improve a 7. Right? Maybe she might be a little overweight, or maybe she just not dressed well, or maybe she got acne or something. Like, you can improve a 7 to a 9. 10.
I love Peanut.
No, you can improve a 7.
Okay.
You dress her right.
They can be conditioned.
That increases her swag. Like, she just may be square. Like 7, you can work. Actually, I'd rather work with a 7 than a 10. Because now we molding together, and we molding each other to get her to where I want that perfect one.
So what's your 10? Who's a 10 to you guys? Let's think about a
And it's more than looks. That's the thing. I know we all agree on this. It's so much more than looks. You have to be confident, and you have to carry yourself a certain way. That can pull you up right there, just like you was talking about a 7 to a 10. That alone can pull you up. Once you start feeling yourself, but not over feeling yourself, and carrying yourself like you're confident. You have good conversation. You have to be educated. Looks, yeah, I'd like you to be attractive. Take care of yourself. Maintain yourself personally. Hygiene's very important.
Praise God.
All of that comes into it, and you can't be cocky and conceited. That used to be from a 10 right down to a 6, and now you're a challenge, and I might set you up for failure on purpose just because of that right there. That was my goal. Like, oh, she thinks she that? Okay, all right. For real, like it got under my nerves a little bit, and right. I know in my heyday that I came off the exact same way, so I know the feeling. And they would be honest and tell me, and I'd be honest and tell them, like, we just not vibing like this because we here, and you a little too cocky for me, and I'm cocky, so no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I dated somebody in my 20s who told me he needed to take me down a peg or two. I thought too highly of myself.
He said it?
He said it out loud to my face.
But at the end of the day, he might have been right. You might have yourself.
But I was bad as shit. With that bald head, I was a bad girl. I was.
And she knew it.
There's a very thin line between confident, secure, and arrogant and boisterous. Right. You know what I mean? That's just a thin line. And you can't, it's hard to like when it can be nasty, So you can be feeling yourself and still be, not rude and nasty and
right
on people, right? So I think, if you're talking about for me to name somebody that's a dime, it requires time, because the true connection comes when the initial when the romance, the initial romance, when the honeymoon is over, that's when the true test comes in. Because once you hit it, right, once you know what that's all about, once you've explored all of those physical options, and we now sitting and we got a situation, and you panic, or you lose faith in me, or something else goes on. Damn, that 10 go down. You're not really 10 anymore. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, we need to try this again. Take a deep breath. If you can handle adversity, that type of thing, it changes your numbers.
I like that. So it vacillates. Yeah, it's not a consistent thing as far as number wise.
Yeah, well, you start to have time and start to really deal with some real shit. That's when you find out what a person's really made of. Because you can present very well at the beginning, or while it's romantic and everything is fun. But the thing is, how do you handle stress? How do you handle when the shit go down?
Yeah.
When what's it? Can you stand the rain? When shit is ugly, how are you going to treat me? And how are we vibing then? Or are you on some bullshit?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sure that's something that you all look for in your wives. Your wives are ride or live, right?
Absolutely.
Peanut?
Yeah, she was a 10 off the top.
I know that's right. How did you know that she was like, what was that moment for you when you're like, okay, I played this woman as a 10? And what was it that you saw that caused you to say 10?
She was just cool. Like, she wasn't pressing me. Like, she didn't really want me. The Southern accent, New York, it just wasn't vibing. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I'm going to get that. Like, I'm not quitting. It's mine. But I think for me, what made her like over the top, when my grandmother passed, she was like, when we going down to New Orleans? Right? It wasn't like, oh, I'll bring you to the airport, or, let me know you need something. She was like, well, when we going? So I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is it. Like, this is that trumps like any, I thought different of her or anything like that. Like, I was like, yeah, this is 10. This is one marriage material.
Eminem. Eminem. Well, I'm gonna read some of the
my
comments.
man Aubrey said, Eminem.
Right.
And that she presented that challenge initially. That was a big part of it.
Absolutely. I wasn't. Oh yeah, and it made me like, all right, let me go get this. Like that I had to be confident in myself. Man, I can go get her. Like, I wasn't gonna let her defeat me or nothing like that. Like, nah, I'm getting this if I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what energy. A little pushback, like add a little more fuel to the fire.
Let me read some of these comments. Somebody said, so do you guys ever feel guilty? That was around the time y'all talking about the 4 to the 7s. Like,
you gotta call a spade, man. Like,
Guilty about what?
Yeah, ain't no guilt.
Like putting out the door without walking into the car.
No, I stand at the door. I'm gonna stand at the door and watch you. Make sure I make sure nothing don't get
extra
you.
Mile.
I'll make sure nothing don't get you.
Right.
Then when I see
not guilty, never felt guilty, but what I have experienced feeling badly when it comes to an end. Like, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. I'm ready to move on. You should be ready to move on at this point. We had a good time. When it comes to an end, but feelings that I didn't realize had grown beyond where they were supposed to grow. I felt badly because I was never out to hurt anybody. And that one or two people, they ended up being hurt badly. So I felt badly about that. Never guilty because I was honest from the jump, but I felt badly.
How do you move on? How do you move? I've never been able to move on.
What you mean?
What you mean?
You've never been able to move on.
I've never been able to move on, but motherfucker be staying around forever. Like, like I done had to block a couple bitches, but
hey, boy, wow.
I've never been able to like move. Like, it's either like the conversations just end up growing like further away, where one don't text, the other one don't text, and I'll be like, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I've never just like somebody's hitting me and I just don't answer them.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta just ignore them. Like,
I've never been able to do that for some
the point.
I'm trying to learn.
Aubrey, he want to try to learn. He's trying to need some pointers. But also, I mean, Demp, you having the conversation that says, hey, I'm feeling like we need to go our separate ways. Is like, you know. I don't have those conversations because
I'm a friend. Like I'm gonna treat you. I'm still gonna treat you like I said. I'm still treat you a certain way. It's gonna be cool as long as you're not clingy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna treat you. You know, we're gonna be cool. Now I might cut off sex, and you might not be able to come around and have sex no more. But you know, we still communicate on the phone. And I'm gonna still be like, yeah, you know, blessings to you and all kind of stuff. I'm gonna treat you like regular. I don't never cut. I feel like when you cut somebody, that's when shit really start going crazy. So I just either let it fade away, or we just be friends forever.
I like that.
So
Yeah,
so
I like that.
So you don't, if someone comes around that you all are friends and y'all in the same space and they want to have sex with you, you have enough control to say, you have enough control all the time to say, look, I don't want it.
I'm telling you, that's what I was saying from the beginning. I don't have a sexual, my drive for sex. I love sex. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But I have so much self-control. I can control that narrative.
Okay.
You could be sitting next to me and be you could be playing with your shit next to me and I just sit there and watch you. and I could be on my phone while you doing whatever you're doing. And if a motherfucker in the chat room right now who knows that, go ahead and say it. Because somebody might be tuned in who done dealt with me before.
Oh, so you just so leave it in the chat.
And I'm not saying that in the cocky way. I'm just saying that I don't let that doesn't drive me, or I'm not controlled by that. So it doesn't really matter to me. Like I've had motherfuckers be like, damn, why I was hinting to you, why you act like you don't want me? And I'm like, because my mind not focused. I wasn't focused on that. But you know, sometimes I might want it. But I'm just a little bit different. So I don't let a female think that her sex can drive me. You're not gonna control you can't control me with your sex. It's not happening.
Okay, so what Demp is talking about, did you get that way with age? And I'm talking to everybody. Did that come with age and maturity? Because it's hard for me to believe as a 20-something-year-old, you see somebody next to you playing with their pussy, you just like, I'm good.
Nah, I'm right.
I just have you always been like that, or that's something that came with maturity?
I think for me, I think I've always been like that. I think I had to know how to control somebody trying to control me with thinking the sex is gonna move me. And I think I've always been like that.
Okay.
So it wasn't nothing else around it. It was just the fact that I'm cool, I'm good. But as much as I love it, I wasn't gonna let it control me. And I'm very nonchalant, so it hurts a lot of people. My nonchalantness really bothers people because they feel like I had a chick, right? I had a chick that one time, and I'm talking about bad. She was bad. Look, I forget what she was mixed with. She wasn't black. She was like Asian or something like that. But she was real bad. And I remember she stood up and she had on her bra and panties. And she stood up in front of me and she pushed me and got mad. She was like, "Don't you see me standing here like this?" And I'm like, "Bitch, you tripping. Like I see you, I'm cool." But you know what I'm saying? But that was my little chick I was fucking with. But you just not gonna control me with that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just so I think I fuck up some females' heads because they think that most guys are supposed to lust over everything that they do.
Well, I mean, yeah, it can. I think it can certainly bruise your ego a little bit when you like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Now, it's not going to necessarily. I mean, I'm not going to go out like that in terms of. I mean, I'm not going to trip out completely, or you see me standing here, but certainly, you know, be like, "Oh, this nigga, he don't even know what time it is," and so then my ego will have me be like, "Okay, fuck you." But
I fucked up one time. I fucked up one time, right? The chick I was dealing with for the longest. I'm getting ready for Demp week, and my mind is always on. When I'm dealing with Demp week, it's hard for me to focus on anything else, especially when it's like right before the days when it starts, because I got so much shit going on.
So
I got to deal with.
Don't know what Demp week is, then. So you saying Demp week like everybody?
Demp week is my birthday week where I do it's a celebration in my city, a real celebration. I have a proclamation for it and everything, but it's where they celebrate my birthday for 7 days. So during that week, I do 7 days of events. Some days, multiple events during the day. Celebrity basketball game, fashion show, feed the homeless, concerts, like everybody from Jeezy to Rick Ross to whoever you could name has been here for my birthday. So in the midst of planning that, anybody who has planned an event knows what it takes to go into it. So my girl knocks on the door and she comes in, and I regret this shit. This ain't nothing that I'm just saying. My girl, I regret this shit forever. She walks in and she has on a trench coat with red lingerie up under it. But I didn't respond the way she thought I should have responded, because my mind was so fucked up dealing with plane tickets and all the rest of that shit. I just told her she had bad timing. So that's what I mean by when it comes to business, I'm focused. I don't let nothing else. And most of the time I'm on business. That's 24/7. But like I said, I'm a different breed.
Can anybody else relate to that?
Probably not.
Right.
I'm talking to the fellas. I'm talking to the fellas.
Man, we're gonna follow that one.
Now I'm gonna be honest. Not in my 20s. It came with maturity. In my 20s, early 30s, during the military, after the military, it was all about quantity over quality. And that's when I was drinking a lot. So alcohol had a whole lot to do with every aspect of my life. And oh yeah, you come in like that, I don't care what I got going on, because my priorities were not in order at all. So yeah, we got time for that and some more. And then some get pushed for the back burner. And they knew that. So yeah, I was not cut out of that same cloth. Appreciate you, Demp. Real.
I regret. That's one thing I do regret.
Wait.
Let Jarmar.
Well, no, it's cool. I just want to say that I think that for me, and you talking about, Aubrey's talking about quantity. I think the quantity part changed how I perceived quality. Am I making sense?
Well, explain.
Once I experienced so much, I realized the difference between what's bullshit and what's good shit, right? And so maybe that's where the maturity comes in. Once we have these experiences and we have this wisdom, Demp got it early. He's like, oh, she just trying to run a power play on me because she knows she fine, but I'm focused. She ain't gonna get this because she thinks she can control me with the cookie. I won't be controlled with the cookie. It took me a while to understand somebody was trying to control me with the cookie. It took me a long time. And I'm like, okay, why am I in this position? I wasn't paying attention. Now I'm paying attention. You can't control me with the cookie because it's just cookie. The cookie all over the place. It's raining cookies. You know what I mean? So Demp just got it. He got it early. So he may stay out of a whole bunch of trouble. I'm assuming. But yeah, no, I'd have fell right in the cookie back in the day too.
And I can't blame it on drinking because I don't drink.
You just focus on, sometimes we have different priorities.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody asked in the chat, have you ever been in love, Demp?
I fell in love one time. With the same girl who came with the red lingerie on. But we was in a relationship for like 7 years, but it was like it was long distance. But I fell in love one time, but I didn't know it because I was one of those guys who they talk about this, always saying, you doing girlfriend and boyfriend stuff, but you saying you don't want a relationship. Mm-hmm. And so we were kicking it, but I kept telling her, you're not my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So her feelings for me dwindled.
Right.
And then my feelings for her would get more. So when I got the ultimatum, by the time that happened, everything had kind of fucked up. She was out of La La Land, and now I'm in it. Now I'm thinking that this is the one. I'm thinking this the Eminem, but she ain't have no more feelings for me.
Right. And let me
tell
you,
the one that got away.
Yeah.
She had no more feelings. So,
yeah.
But one thing about it, our relationship started on friendship, so we're still friends. Like we can still communicate and talk about, who you dating or whatever.
Good.
But it's there's no fire there. And so I feel like, I feel like that was one of those learning lessons, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, because we get it long enough. You like, look, I ain't dealing with this nigga no more.
Right. That rejection.
That's honest. That's honest. I mean, one of the times I cried hardest in life was one of the 3 times in life that I've been in love. She was also a Delta. Shout out to Pa. I broke up with her on the night that Tyson fought. I remember this, and I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. But I broke up with her because I was not ready, and I did not want to keep bringing her along. We were in love, and it was exclusive, mostly. But I knew what I was doing, and I didn't want to. I hadn't gotten caught, and I didn't want to hurt her because I cared and loved her that much. I said, we have to break up. And that was the only time I've ever done that. I broke up with her and cried, and she was like begging. I was like, no, we can't. And now 20 plus years later, we're friends, and we can talk about that. But I wouldn't put it the one that got away. I just wish I was at that point more mature and could realize it. Really good people.
I wish.
And it just I'm so glad I was honest enough to say this not gonna, we can't we gotta break up. We gotta break up.
Or you could have been honest about your feelings and gave her a choice. That'd have been with maturity as well.
Yeah, but that comes with a whole lot of education.
I wasn't that was in 2020. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
We weren't trained like
5
that.
years old.
It was for some other people back then.
I didn't have the capacity.
Like
Right. Yeah. And you don't get that lesson up front.
So who else has dealt with the one that got away? Peanut? Yeah, one. Oh, you don't want to talk about it.
I don't think I've ever one that got away. I think I was in a similar to Aubrey. Like I was young, and the girl I was dating was older, and she called me by buying me, right? And I got caught up into it, and then feelings got into it. I was liking her. She was older. I thought my swag was ridiculous. She was like 7, 8 years older than me. I was like, man, this is the love. I'm killing these old women. Like this. But I knew, and I was in college too. So I knew I was going to eventually go into my last semester. I didn't know where I was going to live, where I was going to be. So I broke up with her, at my house. I was like, man, we can't do this no more. And I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing by saying, look, I don't want to hurt you or break up with you. If I move somewhere and you move with me and I mess over you, I'll feel bad. But man, that shit went left. I thought I was doing the right thing. She cried, she boo-hoo.
You never break up at your house.
Huh?
Never break up at your house.
Bro,
I break up at their house so you can leave.
Man, look, bro, I'm like, man, I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, bro. Being honest, man, that shit went left like a motherfucker, man. That shit went left.
Everybody ain't ready for honesty.
Bro, that shit was I should have just lied.
You did the right thing.
You did do the right thing. You did.
As I've gotten older, I did the right thing, but at the time, I was like, shit.
Yep, that happened to me in college too. Like my third boyfriend, he graduated and left. He graduated. He was from Florida too.
You was crying.
I was like, why? I was ready to move.
I know that's right.
And that was the first time I got my heart broken. That was the first time my heart was really broken. I mean, I love that dude. We were together for like a year and a half at Howard. And funny enough, when he came up here recently, he reached out to me because he was
back.
Right.
Well, I couldn't meet up with him, so I didn't see him. But it's just interesting how it's been happening to me recently, where people are reaching back from years ago, and maybe I'm the one who got away. Huh? What y'all think?
I mean, sometimes.
But can anybody still put that lump in your throat? Men, women, you know what I'm talking about. Can anybody still put that lump in your throat?
Yes. Yep.
Not current. I mean, you don't have to answer, but just think in your mind. When you think about that's that one though.
I don't want that. I don't want that broken heart feeling no more. That broken heart feeling is some shit. That shit worse than gambling.
Well, you ain't ready to love then. You gotta be ready
listen, I know my shit, my heart, I got a glass box. That's why I'm cold. My shit is cold. I'm not even gonna cap. I have a warm giving, but as far as somebody trying to get all the way in, that shit is locked. Like it's gonna be real hard for somebody to get that close to me.
Let me say this. I'm one of them big lovey-dovey, huggy, kissy motherfuckers. That's me.
Well, mushy,
whatever.
all that.
Don't ever give up on love. Okay. The heartbreak sucks, but shit, if you're just looking at 2 days of good, pure, real love, and it ends up being a week, 3 weeks, whatever, of heartache, it's all worth it. Because real love is hard to get. And get that shit and embrace that shit. And if it falls apart, it fell apart. Don't give up on love.
I'm not gonna say I'm giving up on love. That's one thing I'm not gonna say. I just said it's hard.
Yeah.
It's a motherfucker can't just come in with anything and think it's gonna be love, like it's gonna be easy. I'm not an easy catch.
Yo, Demp, you think it's because of like who your status is?
That's probably one of the reasons. But I have to get over that because I know so many people that are successful that have found that love. Yeah. So I won't give up on it. I'm not gonna give up on it. I just know that it's not gonna be that easy. I have there's a lot of red tape that a motherfucker got to go through.
Yeah, I think they have to come with a different level of authenticity, so you know why they're coming, not just because of status here. Because I think you might want to meet somebody that don't even know who you are, and you'd be like, all right, now let's talk, as opposed to somebody that's admire what you do, know who you are, because you don't know where they're coming in if they have a name.
Yeah,
date them.
I mean, you. Oh, was somebody saying something?
Yeah.
Somebody say
Jamar said.
I'm just saying, maybe you need to go to Vietnam and start dating over there.
I mean, if you put that, my thing is you're putting that out in the universe that it's going to be hard. It's going to be red tape and all this shit. I'm like, damn, a chick ain't got a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's what you're going to wind up getting.
Yeah,
and that's true. Listen, I don't know how to deal with that. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, well, see, this is where we get into a lot of the tools that we don't have in this culture, in this culture and in our communities, with learning how to heal. And then also learning how to manage our hearts, learning tools so that you know how to be in relationship in such a way to be able to be open and also handle your vulnerability. And sometimes it's a matter of finding out, like, how can what that wall is there, that wall is real, and that wall is what has all the expectations, not necessarily the real depth, it is the wall. So it's learning how to heal that so that those can be taken down. And there's people out there that can work with you to say, okay, so, how do we get rid of all of the pain? Because it's not even just pain in relationships where we have been hurt and, now all of a sudden, that was a painful relationship. We just had a whole show on PTSD. We are dating even with having PTSD about being Black, about how hurt and damaged we've been in this culture, period. Not just even about in relationship. So we get to work on healing ourselves so that we are available to be in a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm picky.
You have the right to be picky, but I will say this. I wrote this maybe 3-4 years ago. I was dating this guy. I loved everything about him. And I wrote one time, I said, if I die tomorrow, I will be good because I had never known love like that before. And I will do it again. I will do it again because it's the most human thing we can do.
Yeah.
It's the most human thing we can do to really expose. You're exposing yourself. So I would do it 10 times over. If, I just need one.
Let me ask y'all this for everybody in the room. So is it the trial and error? Is that cool? Is it
Yeah.
the trial and error?
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you mean in
Is that
terms of?
supposed to be cool? The trial and error, like you saying, finding love. Like, is it supposed to be, like, well, you do it enough until you find out whether this person ain't the one.
Yeah, some of it's trial and error, and a lot of it is growth and maturing and learning tools that actually have you be a better person in relationship. So some of the tools that we might be working with, it's like I got these in kindergarten and I really haven't actually gotten past that in terms of really knowing how to be in relationship. And the truth is we're attracting somebody that's at the level where we at.
Right.
So that it's like, okay, so
our pain.
So yes, so they're bringing kindergarten level status because I haven't gotten beyond this. So the opportunity is to grow in that way so that we can actually relate better. What were you gonna say, Aubrey?
I wasn't able to experience real love until I stopped drinking 4.5 years ago, and I knew what I thought was I was in love 2 times prior, but it was a different type. So it was love, but it's a different type of love after sobriety, because I never loved myself. Once I learned how to love myself, I opened up a space within me that was able to receive love the way I was supposed to receive it. And this feels totally different than anything I've ever experienced before. So I had to learn to love me, because my past is my past, and it's a broken up past with family, whatever, relationships, whatever, myself, breaking myself, not loving myself, trying to kill myself through drinking. But once I learned how to love myself, I found there was a whole space in there that wanted to receive love the way it's supposed to be received. And that was scary. So I feel you, Demp. That was scary. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready, but I had to trust. I had to trust myself that I was ready. And it was a lot of trial and error. Yeah. Young lady that works with us, trial and error. Talking about Q, we had to figure it out. And then once we love each other as friends more than we've ever loved each other in life, because I was able to receive what she was actually giving. And the same in my relationship. It's just different. But for me, it was learning how to love myself so I could receive love the way I'm supposed to receive it. And then I was able to learn what it looked like to receive it, and I was able to give that back.
Right. And you're going to reflect who you are at any particular time. So if you in pain, you're going to attract a in pain motherfucker. Period. And we want to deny that part of ourselves instead of exploring that part of ourselves. And like Sonia was saying, healing that part of ourselves. If somebody getting on your nerves, nobody getting on your nerves, that's you reflecting back to you. So it pains me to say that, Demp, I mean, I hope I'm here to see when that bad chick grabs you and she the one. I'm looking forward.
She better be on her shit. If Jarmar got something to say, what you got to say?
Yeah. So thank you, Demp. So 2 things. First, I want to applaud what Aubrey said. It's really important that you love yourself.
Absolutely.
Learning how to do that. It's absolutely key. Even as far as growing your businesses and just relationship with your children and your parents and your siblings, loving yourself is really important, because you can't really identify with what you want if you don't have a connection with yourself. So that was beautiful. I'm glad he said that. And what Pasta's saying, it sounds a lot like what you think about, you bring about. So going into relationships, if you are thinking she's trying to get at me because of this or that, then it's going to be difficult for you to generate a connection with anybody. So you have to understand, you have to have a different understanding. You got to believe that there's someone out there who really just wants to be with you because your vibration is the same as theirs, and the connection is solid. So we all have this baggage. You called it red tape, right? We're all carrying these things from our past. We're all carrying these things that we're using as reasons to not enjoy something or indulge too much in something. Some is alcohol, some is drugs, some is speed, whatever it is. We all have our vices. So evaluate yourself, decide that you want a relationship, and it'll materialize, and you'll be able to say, okay, this is cool.
I feel I feel like I'm in counseling. No, but look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this in my little closer because I know they're about to wrap up. I do love myself, and I have high regards for myself, and I give that same energy. That's why I say I can give that energy off. It's just that I'm very picky. Like, can't anybody just come in and because I have a lot of people that shoot me the L word a lot, and I'm like, well, that's not gonna work because my standards of what I feel like that I should be, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to work a little bit harder. I'm not just gonna go for anything just because you're in love with me. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, I probably would have already been married. But I'm not gonna do that because for me, it's like you have to be, I'm picking up everything. You gotta be on top of your A game. I gotta see that you're business minded. You know what I'm saying? Like it gotta be a lot of stuff. I'm not here to carry no loads. I want somebody who's going to be, it's a lot of things that come along with, I have high standards. You know what I'm saying? That might be bad.
Oprah.
Huh? I might fuck with Oprah. I might fuck with Oprah. But it's not that bad, but it's like, you still, like I still have these standards and blocks, and I'm sure a lot of women do too. Yeah, but maybe that might be stopping some shit. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of times our list is kind of blocking some stuff because really, when you wind up finally having a heart-to-heart connection, sometimes the stuff that's on that list don't even mean shit to you in terms of how you feel about that person. Right. So it's like a matter of being, you'll have your deal breakers that you're like, okay, I can't not have these things. But it's like really genuinely caring about a person to the part where your core, like to the core of your being, and it's not just a business arrangement. I mean, I kind of have similar to what you're saying. I had a guy, somebody from my past that I dated when I was in college, hit me up, and we started kind of hollering at each other for a while. And he broke out the spread. He sent me a text message an email of his spreadsheet that he has with what his requirements are and where they was ranked in terms of. And I was like, yeah. Because he was like, I could see you being my, he just thought of it as a business arrangement. I'm like, I'm not interested in that. I want a heart to heart. I want it to be, he was just coming very much with what he needed. She can't have a disability. I'm like, well, what if you fall in love with somebody in a wheelchair? You just never know.
He fall while you together and break something? You out?
And now all of a sudden, he's like, she can't have a disability. That would hold us back. I'm like, oh, I can't deal with you.
I'm looking for love. I just ain't looking for no bullshit. And I'm not looking. And I don't, a lot of people go into marriages and get divorced. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be one of them people. But maybe I'm fucking myself up. I don't know.
Just by the fact that you said you were looking, you're going to find it.
When I first got on here, I said kudos to the guys that are married. I always say that because when you find marriage, that means you feel like you found that one. Some people don't. Some people, I know somebody who's been married 3 times. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't for everybody, even if you want to get married. Like, getting married is not hard to do. I can go get married tomorrow. That's not hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's finding the right one. That's not the easy part.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Well, we are at 9:11. Lord,
yes.
Time because we had some hearts on the Zoom. Lord.
Right, and we had to give them his coaching session. So
yeah, you should have been laying on the couch, dog.
I know.
Where do we send this invoice?
Yeah.
Where do we send this invoice?
He is on the right. He on the couch, guys.
Yes. So the men have brought it tonight. Ask Your Daddy was lit. I hope we have a lot of people watching this replay because I think this last portion was so important. The whole thing was important, but thank you guys so much for bringing it tonight. We really appreciate you. Sonia, you want to tell people we have coming up one more time?
Yes. I'm just like,
let me. I'm sorry. Just want to.
No, you go ahead.
We have Raymond with the Arguing Brothers podcast. Jarmar, I just wanted to say their names.
Yeah.
Jarmar, I forgot the name of your
Saunders with O'Neill is the
O'Neill
O'Neill.
The
There you
firm.
go. The
Yes.
O'Neill firm.
Mhm.
Aubrey Hector with Cure My Credit, and the world famous DJ Demp, our client, our coaching client tonight.
Yes.
Our focus for this evening.
I appreciate y'all for real.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you. This
yes.
was
Thanks, lady.
awesome. This was
Much love.
awesome. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Sonia. I just wanted to say
Yes. So yes, thank you guys. This was really good. Thank you for coming into the living room. Just a reminder, we go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for No Bra Wednesday, where we let the titties loose and we see the magic that happens, honey. Because you see what me and Pastel's titties being loose created tonight. You hear the conversation. Titties are powerful. Okay. Now, let's see. You want to make sure you don't miss us next Wednesday on the 13th, where we're going to be talking about orgasms. Can I get an O, please? Ways to improve the quality and quantity of the orgasms in your life, because you know I'm all about them orgasms. On the 20th, we're going to be talking about your post-COVID style, so you can get your stuff together. We're going to have some awesome guests to help you look at makeup and what you wear and how, that you can't have you out here raggedy in these streets. And then on the 27th, Money Moves with Paz, where Pastel is going to do what she does best and tell us about this, how to get this money, baby. So we're going to talk about the stock market and how you should be investing. You don't want to miss out on the next time we go live. Check out our link tree it is posted in the group. It's actually, it's in the announcements. And in the link tree, we have all the links for all of the shows. So you can always go back and catch a replay if you actually miss us. So please check that out and invite your friends. We are actually above 850. What? Yeah, so thank you for coming in and joining us. We are having so much fun, and we cannot wait. We'll see you guys next week for No Bra Wednesday. And thank you guys again for showing up for this show. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take it on out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Fresh out the oven, straight to the bank. Bentayga smelling like bank. Seats, somebody died on them. Kitty looking like somebody cried on it. Ooh, what you looking at? What you looking at? Body like cinnamon roll. Icing on the top if